unmute the microphone and let's go back to what's this? Go, there we go. Here we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. I didn't have the camera set while I had the lead in there. Good morning. Good morning, Ancient Oaks folks, and all those that are maybe tuning into the manager's live stream update for May 12th of 2023. Hope everybody's doing okay. Uh, we have a whole lot less people here in the park than what we had for a while there during season. And in fact, saw a couple more folks pulling out this morning. A lot of you folks stayed around a little bit longer than usual, and that's okay. But so packages are a little bit less coming into the office, which is good. Don't have a whole lot for today. But good morning. We got Renee, Ernie, Denise, and Charlotte, and Carol. Good morning. Good morning. And like I said, I hope you're doing well. We have Florida, typical Florida weather starting to be. We still have a little bit lower humidity than usual. My thing's saying we have, well, that might be the inside humidity. I don't know what the outside is, but we got 83 degrees outside, and the weather hasn't been too bad lately. It's warm, but not having the humidity yet, but that'll be coming shortly, no doubt, no doubt. Um, well, just the big thing that we have happening this week that's coming on update. My lead-in picture. I'll bring this up here. Put this add to stream. Is these folks came in this morning? Oh, I got the wrong. Here we go. This is the one I want to put up. Just the trouble. You already know about the live stream. Um, These folks are here today and they're prepping the road, the asphalt road, for sealing next week. So please be aware next week that the road will be shut down. Traffic patterns will vary as they're putting the sealant on the asphalt. And then after they get done putting the sealant on, they will be restriping all the yellow lines. So just be aware of that. Be patient. You might have to take a little bit different path to get around. Try to keep the one-way streets the correct direction as much as possible, um, and everything will go fine. But that project is getting done. Uh, we're moving on another project as far as towards the electronic voting. We've going with the ONR firm, and there will be some updates along that line. We'll be sending out information on that to everybody. The board has to go by the 718 statutes and everything that goes along with that, but move towards that. Those that want to use the electronic voting will be able to. It'll save us a mailing cost and hopefully participation. You won't have to put a stamp on an envelope to get it back, and we will count the electronic votes and the paper votes at the same time on the second Wednesday of January during the uh, election. Those are the annual meeting, and we have the election for the board members on that day. Okay, and let's take this to off the stream. So, as far as the cable services update, a lot more people have gotten hooked up and are on the Bluestream cable, and they are providing their TV services. A few people have also gotten the internet, and so far it's going pretty good. The clubhouse is on the Bluestream now. We are not no longer on the the park facilities, the common elements, the office, the clubhouse, and the shop are now switched over to Bluestream, no longer getting Comcast services. And like this feed here, uh, this is on via the Bluestream. So when I did the speed test, we were real close to the 200 up, 200 down, so a lot better speed for the live streaming. So that. Still working with them on getting. They told me I got an email from Andrea, reply from yesterday. Let's see if I see it here. Well, maybe she didn't. Oh, it's interesting. I know I saw it this morning, and yeah, it might have been. Yeah, okay. This was actually yesterday. I guess I didn't see it. She sent it late last night, so that's why I thought it was in today's. Um, the finance department for Bluestream has processed the second round of checks, and she is checking on the status of delivery. And then today she'll have an update for me. So there we are with the checks that have gone up from Bluestream. Unfortunately, if you close your box and the post office has to return that check to Cold Springs on the first one, we have known in our own mailings that the post office does not do a real good job of getting the checks back in a timely manner. Hopefully, the ones that will be returned this time around, because the return address is here and not Coral Springs. Hopefully, those will stay at the Okeechobee post office or the West Palm Beach one and come right back to us. And if they get returned, we will be contacting you, and you can let us know which way we'll get the second check to you. That check will be for 141. A few people still have not gotten the excuse me, the initial check, but I called and asked them about that information, and hopefully she'll get that to us. All right. Asphalt ceiling. We got the truck back. We had to send the white F-150 in to get the transmission rebuilt, and we got that back yesterday or the day before yesterday. So I think it was yesterday, and so that is taken care of. And I already mentioned that we're going to move forward with electronic voting. That will also have a landing page for Ancient Oaks. So we'll see what that looks like when it all comes about, but we'll have that before too long. And that will also be a page where for some communications uh, separate from Facebook. So, and that one will be totally taken care of by the office, but there'll be a landing page, and it'll have a different domain name. So, we'll be on that. Uh, let's see, SIG is on there. No questions yet. Don't forget to, if you're going to ask a question, ask it early so that I catch it, because I probably won't be on here for a whole long time today. Like I said, summer's moving along. We have some projects uh, and that we're moving ahead on as the clubhouse windows, looking for quotes from on it, and also what other? Oh, the concrete for the entrance. We'll probably be awarding that contract this next week and get moving on that project. Um, Still have not been able to get a contractor in to give us a quote on reconfiguring the marina, and still looking for that. All right, I do see a question, Linda Gallagher. Uh, well, we put a new water heater on, and what there is that there is a uh, set, what do they call that? Well, it mixes the water together for that shower. So I will get with Chris, and we'll check on that temperature. Usually the complaint we get that it is too cold. So maybe with the new water heater and that it's changed a little bit. Okay, we'll check on that. All right. So far, then like back to the Blue Stream, they people are turning in their boxes. So far, it's pretty much gone on with no snags. I do have someone I'm going to have to work with the UPS store said something about they didn't have all the boxes, and so we'll check on that. But pretty much, that's been good as far as the Blue Stream projects going along. We said and it's a little bit different during the summertime. Not quite as many, of course, not near as many events. Speaking of the events, in case you hadn't heard, the right now the lunches are on hiatus till volunteers come forward. But so no lunches for the summer at the moment. Uh, okay, one thing that is coming up in 2 weeks is June 1st, which is the usually what they call the official beginning of the hurricane season. But anyway, hurricane season. So those residents that have left, looks like almost everybody has adequately cleaned up, put stuff inside, and tied down all their objects. Those folks that are here full time, do remember that whatever you're doing, to be prepared to uh, move stuff around for the if we have a hurricane. Once again, none of our buildings are deemed hurricane shelters. So if it looks like we're going to get hit hard, you need to find other shelter other than your trailer or any of the park's facilities. But get your plan of action in place. I have for myself, and this is probably a good idea for many of you. I know so. Well, there's different options on how much you have, but they have those by all sorts of different manufacturers. Yet Blue Yeti, Jackery, but anyway, they call them portable generators that are basically a battery powered inverter that will give you 110 volts, be able to operate equipment, radios, whatever. I bought a 1,000 watt one for myself. Weighs a good 20 to 30 pounds, and as a backup, and you can put solar panels out and have a backup AC for yourself. Last year, part of the park we lost power just for a short period of time, but when they turn power back on, sometimes what they call the breakers at the transformers flip off, and we had to really press FPNL to get out here. And I think there were people without power for almost 5 days before we got enough complaints in for them to come out and put it in. So that is a good thing to have. One, you can carry it in your car, power AC stuff if you're somewhere and you want to power up something that's AC. That will, and a lot of those will power a refrigerator for a period of time. Uh, and the bigger ones can power a refrigerator for uh, well, once again, if you don't open the door in the refrigerator and power it with those little backup battery power generators. Charge it up during the day and run it at night. Your refrigerator should be okay. I hope everybody that did leave emptied out the refrigerators. Don't leave any perishable goods, because I've seen too many refrigerators have to be torn out, thrown away, because either the refrigerator went bad, electricity went bad to your refrigerator. Not so much that the park lost electricity. One year there was one transformer went. Nobody was on that transformer that was living here, and wasn't discovered till about 2 weeks later. And I remember Don Anderson lost a refrigerator because they had stuff in it, and it got so nasty and all that. So doesn't take a full wide power outage to lose power to your refrigerator. And if you've left anything in it, it just turns nasty. Okay, not for hurricane season, but do prepare. Avail yourself of all the information that many TV stations provide, but do plan on getting hit by a hurricane. Like we say in Florida, it's not if we're going to get hit, it's just when. Go ahead, hit that like button, either both the Facebook and YouTube. Doesn't cost you a thing, doesn't, but it does help the Ancient Oaks Facebook channel, the algorithm, to get that out to people that are involved with Facebook and should be notified of when we're live and what we're doing. And let's see, shower turned on, no other questions yet, at least not that I'm seeing. And I assume my video's good and sounds good because nobody's complaining about not being able to hear or see. So we're good there. Excuse me. Um, I'll just slightly touch on security. We, if you see a vehicle in the park, we have had some people right now. People can piggyback and get through the gate and get into the park, and this is where community watch kind of takes over. If you see a vehicle that you know that doesn't belong in here, you don't need to approach it, especially if you're 100% sure it doesn't belong. If it looks like the people are friendly and you wanted to ask them, fine, but not encouraging you to confront anybody by no means at all. But if you do see a vehicle that has gotten in here and does not look like they belong, do not hesitate to call the sheriff to come check them out. If anything looks sketchy, call the sheriff to come check them out and then do report it to me so that I can check the video and see what's going on and take some appropriate steps if need be that we can be legally. Uh, so that. Okay. I do have a little, looks like announcement came in. But anyway, be aware that don't the sheriff will come out and do a patrol and check on people, and then especially if there's because we have a former resident that got back in this week and brought people with him and using the showers as kind of as you say, taking advantage of our facility. So, but anyway, I put on Facebook the sheriff's office. It would be always a good thing uh, for you folks here in the park. Put the sheriff's office phone number in your phone as a contact so that you don't have to look up the number. Also, the park office, put us in as your contact. Both are uh, the texting number also, because when we send out the dial my calls text, it comes from that 800 number or 833, whatever it is. And if you don't recognize that, you, how am I say, your provider, if it's not in your contacts, very likely your provider could put it in your spam folder or block it entirely. So put for the phone, uh, the the texting, and also in your emails, put the address in their contact for them. Put my phone number in there if you need to look it up, and that way you're prepared. Anything happens. Also, if you see something happen with our infrastructure and it's an emergency, you need to contact me. Then yes, contact me at any. That's part of my job to be on hand for that or on call for that. Uh, yeah, that's one thing which you can do, but some people get ticked off if you do that. So be very careful on doing that. That is a possibility. uh, for people that don't belong in here. And as always, I've told everybody you're supposed to stop at that gate. That is a stop sign there because we don't want anybody getting run over. Oh, along that line, we will be hopefully, I don't know exactly when, but before too long, we will be changing over the card system to get in. We'll have a different access system. Not only you won't have to touch the card, all you have to have is the card visible to the reader to be a long range reader, and you'll be able to get in with that without, you won't need a remote for the gate to open. You still need a card, but you won't have to touch the thing and just display it on your windshield or have it or hold it up to the reader, and because you'll just be able to pick it up like this and long range. It will operate from like 20 feet away. And the system will have us where we'll record people that go through and how many times going through, and be a lot easier for us to uh, cut a card off, I guess you could call it. 'Cause right now, if a card gets passed around, we don't know who has a card and where it's gone to. So if you've given anybody one of your cards that is not actually a resident, it will no longer be good once this new system is totally in place. we'll be able to issue, if you're coming down and you don't have the card yet, you wonder how you're going to get in. The new system will have a way of getting pins, and you call us, we'll activate the pin for the period of time that you'll be here. You come in, if it's after hours, you put that pin in, and that will open the gate for you, and then you'll be able to come to the office and get your new cards. Because when that happens, I am sure by the fall, uh, when people are coming back, we will have that new system in place. Memorial Day celebration. Would like to know how many vets are going to attend so we can honor you. So get a hold of Lisa Taylor. I assume there's a sheet in the clubhouse, Lisa. I'm going to make that assumption. If not, there should be, like I said, there should be a sign up in the clubhouse. If not, call the office and we'll give you the number to call or write it down for Lisa so she can know. But that will be, and how many weeks away is that? That is in 2.5, a little over 2 weeks away. On May 29th is the official Memorial Day. All right. Okay, Lisa says no sign up sheet there yet, but she will get one there today. Okay, and touched on the security. Once again, if you have any questions on that, I sent out a text today. You can text me and I'll let you know. Let's see. We have a question here. If you go out to exit and hit the new reading card, we'll open the Instagrate when we pass. I do not believe so. I believe it'll be aimed towards just the cars coming in. I do know that could be an issue. I was up checking out the system somewhere else, the CAP system, and they didn't, their entrance exit gate was just a 2-lane road rather than split like a boulevard. And so when the gate opened, anybody that was sitting in the exit could come out. And I believe when you exited, both gates also open. So, but I will try to make sure when they set up the proximity reader that it's not pointed towards the exit gate, and it should not open it. But when they were here specking out the system, I believe that they took that into account, and that shouldn't happen. So we will definitely try to make sure that that doesn't happen. That as you leave, that it doesn't open the entrance gate. Okay, good question. Thank you. But we'll make sure that is taken care of. Eva, you must have came in late. That's what we started with. Main drag is getting seal coated. So that's why the picture of the seal coating truck was on the front there. They're here today prepping the road to get it seal coated. That will happen next week. I don't believe they are starting today. It was scheduled for next week. I think they're just here preparing the road, getting the edges cleaned off, and it all prepped. All right. Exit the reader. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions? Celebration. All right. Well, we've already been in here about 25 minutes. Once again, we're thankful for everybody that volunteers and gives up of their time and treasure for the park. That makes this a great place to live. We're doing our best to keep the costs down, but still have this, as the name implies, a resort. This is we try to be a 5-star resort that your investment, basically what it is, when you buy into, you're investing in it, and we want to make sure your investment pays off and prices don't go down. And so we'll continue on with that and keep the infrastructure good and make our improvements and just make it a wonderful place to visit for those of you that are snowbirds, and a great place for everybody that is actually here full time. And appreciate all the people that helped me out and helped the staff out here in the office and the maintenance by, once again, either the things you do to actually physically help us or not do things to hinder the park and what we're trying to do, and that goes a long way to making this a great community. So thank you very much. Once again, put my texting number in there. Try to be conscious of my off hours. If it's something that can wait till on hours, that's fine. But the weekends and evenings, emergencies on that. And oh, is there anything else along that line? Um, I think that's about it. We got both our mowers running. Everything's running good. Our new employee D is working out very well, and we appreciate that. And do uh, and that's one thing as residents you can do to help us to make sure is that the uh, don't rag on the employees. Don't berate them. Make it a good place so that they enjoy coming to work. Okay, they do a great job, and make sure that they feel good about coming to work, and don't rag on them. If you got to rag on somebody, rag on me. That's what my shoulders are for. All right, and we have a question here. How many of the new cars do we get? I am ordering enough cards so there'll be 2 cards for each resident. Each owner or each lot is allowed 2 cards. We also getting just 100, I believe 100 of what we call stickers. They're like a sun pass that can be stuck to the windshield or to the rear view mirror, so you don't have to have the card. But um, they're like a one-time use. If you go to peel it off, it will destroy it. So we went with the cards, but you will get 2. But like I said, the system will allow us to put a pin in for somebody if they need a pin. So like contractors, we made like let's see, Millers. I'm just going off the top of my head. People that are in here a lot. AC Today, uh, Newman Air Conditioning, Okeechobee Air. Those folks and like Perry Pest Control. I can give them a pin that will only work during working hours. If they have a pin, and unless they call me, but anyway, we can also give people emergency pins. Call them up. That pin will work for a certain period of time. So that's how we can go through. If you have a guest coming, you won't have to give them a card, but they will have to get a pin to enter in through the gate, in which we can say, you tell us they're going to be here for 2 weeks. We'll make that pin available for that 2 week period, and it'll work for the 2 weeks that they're here. And then once they're gone, that pin, it will no longer work. So uh, be along that'll be along that lines. So 2 cards per lot. So we have I ordered 1,400 cards. We have 686 lots to give us a couple extras because we do have employees that will need a card, and see what else. Uh, our trucks, the truck will need a card, and employees. So I have a couple extra. If you lose them, we're working on the price. They're a little bit less expensive than the other ones. We may not have to charge $25 for them, but that'll be decided after we get them here, and the board will decide how much we charge for the cards. But we need the price on the cards if you lose them, because we don't want people to say, "Oh, it's only a couple bucks. I don't need to worry about keeping track of my card," because then we eventually would have to order another set of cards if we lose too many. So, okay. And how are we going to list to get a sticker instead of a card? Well, we'll we'll make get a hold of me. I'll create a list, and we'll see what we'll do with that uh, as far as the windshield sticker. Because, like I said, once you if you destroy a sticker, you get if you need another one, you will have to pay to get an additional one because it's a one-time use, and we wanted to stay away from that. So, okay, but email me, or I'll probably create a have Victoria have a list there that she can put people on, and we'll see what happens with that. Because that card can hang from your mirror. You can attach it to the back of your visor. Especially, I think I'll probably put in an order for a whole bunch of elastic bands, so you could just kind of, put it on your visor, and you can probably just put it down at the bottom of your windshield, and it would read it. Uh, we rent we rent to a snowbird from Canada. The I don't know. It'll be a little bit yet. We put in the signed the contract. They have not given me a start date on it, but it'll be over the summer. But like you said, if you're coming from up north, if you're gonna end up here on the off hours when we're not in the office, um, you'll need to get a pin to get in. We'll give you a pin to get in, and then you'll come to the office and get the card, because we are definitely gonna have to tie the card to people. We can put the cards in an envelope and have them set for people to come in. I assume this is Jill I'm answering. Will be your card that you'll then we'll put a name on it of the renters that will be able to pick it up. But if they're going to rent for a long period of time, I guess we can give them the card. But if they're going to be for anything for a short period of time, we'd rather give them a pin than giving the cards out. But once again, if they lose their card, then it's gonna cost. We'll probably do the same thing for renters being issued the card uh, for you. Like I said, we'll probably have to keep an envelope for you, because that card is going to be tied to you, and we'll probably have the renters put that $25 fee in again for that. So, okay. I hope I answered that. There's still we'll have to put out, once we get the system in. For a while, we'll run two systems. We'll have the gate cards and the clickers available until we get a fair amount of people set and using the new system, and then that's when we'll disable the old system. But we'll make sure we have, and then we'll have an official list of how the cards work and how we'll work the card system. That sound like a good idea? I hope so. Okay. Um, we do no. You have, well, I don't know, if you were a renter and you paid for the card, had to pay for the card. Then we don't plan on and refunding, because we're gonna the owners. You'll be just issued new cards. They'll replace the cards you have. Okay, and the clickers you bought. They are not. They were not a company issue thing. So you bought the clickers, it was yours, and that's why when we, especially when we knew that we were going to be changing the system, I did not want to be issuing any clickers because of this fact that they're going to be obsolete, and we've been warning people. So uh, no refunds other than if you are a renter and you paid for the card, you got the receipt to turn it back in. Uh, Actually, you just be reissued another card. So just as if the same system. Okay, hope that answers that questions. And absolutely no refunds on the remotes. I'm sorry, they're obsolete. No refunds on remotes. We just can't do that. Okay. Well, I've gone over than what I usually do. So remember, remember to hit that like button. We got 35 people on and only 13 likes, less than half of you. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll be wrapping this up. And there will be more information on the new gate access. It's only the gate access. The physical gates will stay the same for now. So just the gate access system. And take care, stay healthy, live long and prosper, and we will see you on the next one.